From California.
Check it in from the left coast where we take sound that combines sunshine with rhyme, move 'em around. Take it slow, watch the smoke we blow. Bring California swing and this thing for show. Well, hey there, baby, don't dance the go-go.
Crypto Machine Crew. Hello, happy Sunday an alle, die aus Deutschland dabei sind. Hello, hello, hello. Today is going to be an English stream, probably the first one. I can't really remember in English. I hope some people are going to join from our regular streams Friday that I do with Sascha on his channel, saschagerecht. It's been so great. It's been so successful. I'll talk a little bit more about it. But why am I doing this stream today? Suddenly, I'm starting something. This is not a point for like starting a new channel, but everyone notices that cryptocurrency, the world of crypto, Bitcoin, all this kind of stuff, it's slowly making its uprising again. People ask me at the gym, just like they did 4 years ago or 6 years ago or whatever. People text me. People are trying to slide a little something in there in a conversation. Yesterday evening, I was out and about and, or even a couple days ago at dinner. And when I even mention it, and I don't even say anything, people don't know everything about, let's say, like over here, the Crypto Machine Crew and stuff. And then I start mentioning certain items, certain things about crypto, and everyone is all ears. People don't want to admit it yet, but everyone is nosy, and everyone wants to know what the next token or what the next coin might be. I hope some people of you are going to check it out more frequently in the future when I go live in English. Maybe Sascha and I will do it together. For now, hello to all the 20-something people that are live right now. Crypto Cowboys, hello. Inge, Crypto Flow, what is going on? Ich hoffe, ihr könnt etwas verstehen auf English. But there's a few things, obviously, I have to try to make a little introduction about certain things. Today, I wanted to chat about a documentary that is controversial in the crypto industry. I want to talk about a few things regarding Bitcoin, Ethereum, HEX, Pulsechain, a little bit about everything, a slight little intro and summary of all things crypto. I'll say, what to use as far as a wallet, what you should check out to make swaps from the Ethereum chain, and so forth and so forth. That's kind of like what I want to see where this might go. So the first part, I'll show you guys first our website. So we have a little thing called the Crypto Machine Crew. And this started a couple of years ago out of nowhere, where my buddy Sascha, he was like, there's a lot of things wrong in this world at the moment, and we just got to start chatting about a whole bunch of stuff. It doesn't matter which side you might be on as far as the good or the bad is happening, but people need to really like have a voice and not be censored. And that has been happening for the last couple of years. People are very fast offended. They're quickly extremely emotional in terms of response. And somehow everything evolved naturally. Suddenly, these people like to hear what he had to say. And automatically, when we talk about certain things like freedom of speech, freedom of doing whatever the fuck we want to do, well, automatically crypto comes along, because crypto is trying to be censored already for so many years. Crypto is trying to be regulated, and especially now, so heavily. So at a certain point, very, very naturally, people asked me like, Dean, can you please make a Telegram channel or some kind of Instagram channel, anything like that? Long story short, maybe in another chat, I will elaborate a little bit more, but I don't want to keep you guys too long here now. It was something like, oh, hey, Dean the Machine, just do something. I was like, all right, let's do something like Dean Crypto Machine, just for shits and giggles. It was funny. Then we thought We thought. I was like, well, it's just Crypto Machine crew. Everyone's part of it. It's a community. I'm never going to try to sell anything. I'm never going to try to push for something that I would get any kind of reward for. This is literally all about giving back. Giving back. Why? Not because I've had it so good. No, because I see it's a whole lot more fun when everyone has more success or fun together. I saw certain times where, let's say, Bitcoin went from 3K to 20K and then back down to 5K or 4K or whatever it is. And then it got fun. And then it almost hit 70K. I didn't sell at the top. Nobody almost did. Most people maybe somewhere in the middle, but I hope some people got their earnings, their winnings. And then I also got into HEX, which did at least 10 times more than that. Those 4 or 5X were nothing. But that's really like, it kind of clicked where I was like, there's so much more that you can do with it. And then I saw people who made 100X, who made 1,000X, some maybe even 10,000X. Without getting too technical into everything, I think it's important to always have a conversation about crypto. What is possible? However, you always got to do your own research. Don't just listen to anyone. Don't even listen blindly to me. Always be nosy. Always go on Google, on a search engine, Telegram groups, Reddit chat, whatever it is, forums. Check it twice, check it 5 times over, because you can't be too sure. I've had messages of people asking me, Dean, please, I forgot the seed phrase from my wallet. What can I do? I was like, nothing, that's it. We'll cover all of this most likely in the future streams. But crypto basics are so important. So to go back to this Crypto Machine crew, suddenly our crew got a whole lot bigger from like 10, 15 people that are watching live, just like now. We suddenly got to 100 people. I was like, oh shit, we're hitting 100 pretty steadily every week, every Friday. Then 150. Whereas to last weekend, we hit almost 500 people live in live stream. And then a funny thing also happened in the last couple of weeks. When our viewership got into the 10, 20,000, I think one even hit over 20K, almost 30K. You become flagged, I think, when you're talking about controversial topics. When you're slightly sharing an opinion that's maybe a little bit too spicy for other people to take in. People don't like it when you speak truth, especially when there's a following, when people are like, yeah, that's right. Something doesn't make sense over here. With all this geopolitical shit that's going on, it doesn't make sense a lot of times. So people become wary. The algorithm pushes you down. So now we got a few thousand views and it stops exactly on the same part every time. Every weekend, the week starts, there's no more views, or only a few. We'll see what's going to happen over here. Will this channel survive? Will this chat survive? Who knows? But the Crypto Machine crew was built by the community. The website, Woody, fantastic job. And many other things. We got videos, we got websites, we got a team of people, whereas it even grew to a big event in Stuttgart. I flew out to Germany. The link is below over here in the description, just as many other links. We had a fantastic time. The first meet and greet, and there I saw how important it was to continue doing this. It's fantastic. It's awesome. So for people with the crypto basics, I'm not going to go over every single part. You can change the language over here. The original language is German, but it's an easy Google Translate over here that you can go to the top and swap it out. We have all the tickers that we think that is important over here. We have our Bitcoin with 39.5K. Ethereum, over 2,000. We see the bull market has already slightly started. I think HEX on Pulsechain, PulseX, and Pulsechain itself are sleeping giant. Even though that HEX on Ethereum has already done its 10,000X and did an over 90% retrace, just as many other tokens, just as it has done by itself. A lot of people are very quick to always judge it, to go into, oh, this token is done. No, the shit coins, they're done. There's nothing behind it. But a proper decentralized system is never going to go down. And that is exactly what we have to go into in the future. That's what we need to share. Decentralization, robustness, and privacy are core principles of real blockchains. And that is Pulsechain, and that is HEX, and everything that has to do with the Richard Hart universe. Because he kind of got us a little bit deeper into this whole situation, let's call it. We have our main heroes over here. We have, of course, the main kings of crypto. I'm going to always call it Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, the world evolves. Crypto evolves. Bitcoin is over 10 years old. Nobody can tell me that it's still going to be the king of everything. When we're going to see 300 or 400K, people are going to flip out. But that's only at 10x. That ain't much. I've seen a 50x in my portfolio with a token that had a lot less liquidity, that had a lot more volatility, and that's where you make a change. You don't make a change, a life-changing situation happen with Bitcoin, maybe not even Ethereum. We'll see 10K Ethereum at a certain point soon, most likely even this bull market. But what's that? 5x? That ain't much. That really ain't much. And people don't want to understand that yet. And the only thing they always look at is market cap. Market cap, you can't do anything with it. We'll get to that in some other streams. Anyways, here real quick, every Friday, 8 p.m. LA time, or Germany time, 11 a.m. LA time on YouTube. This is us, and this is Richard Hart. And Richard Hart, the quote is, he's a force for good in this world. And this is where I want to go to the next part. There's a documentary that just got released, and it is called The Highest of Stakes. The question is, who is this Richard Hart? Is he the new king of crypto? Or is he a billion-dollar con man? I've seen a documentary. I was at the premiere in LA. I purchased it about a couple days ago, and hopefully we can do another nice premiere. But anyone who is kind of nosy, anyone who wants to know something about crypto, who calls it scam tokens, who calls it fake internet money, let me explain you something. Fake internet money is no different than your dollars over here. I have a dollar bill over here. What is this? This is worth nothing really. It's only the people give it a value. But since the line Federal Reserve note is on this piece of paper, it's been going down and down and down. Inflation is the highest that it's ever been. When we look back 10 years, 50 years, since the gold reserve has been over, it's been shitty. So people are still trying to hold on to all of this. Gold is so much better as an investment. No, it's not. Bitcoin or crypto has been the best investment ever. There's never been anything bigger than that. Well, but, you know, one person buys and the other one sells on top of your head. I was like, well, what's different from that than stocks? If you buy Tesla, well, at least you own something. I was like, hold on a second. Do you have any authority over Tesla if you buy Tesla stock? Do you have any rights? Are you part of the directors or board of directors? No, you don't own shit. You just put, let's say, $1,000 in, and you should be happy when you get $1,500 out. That's a win. But the stock can also go down. It's the same exact in crypto. Only we live in a modern world. We live in an evolved world. We live in a world where we need crypto, where everything is digitalized. You have Netflix. That's the evolution of Blockbuster, of DVDs, etc. It's streaming. That worked. People were wary of it. Blockbuster made the biggest mistake of not buying Netflix. They had an opportunity. The same thing happened with Airbnb. However, I'm not the biggest fan, but the whole process of going to a travel agency, you can now do online. Everything is becoming digitalized. And when people don't understand it yet, look at your phone. Look at the app. You're using Apple Pay with your credit cards, with your bank account. Go on Wells Fargo, Bank of America, etc. You have your Zelle transactions. But all of this stuff, you're getting ripped off. For the daily user, for example, it's not a big deal. We have Venmo, and that's free transactions if we wait 2-3 days. But that's a scam by itself. 3 days to wait. It doesn't matter if it's a small purchase or wire or transfer, whatever you want to call it. But to send $50 or to cash it out on your Venmo account or on Zelle, and you have to wait a day or 2 or 3, that's a ripoff. ACH wire is the same. It should be instantly. It's possible. But people are still trying to tell you from the, whatever it might be, World Economic Forum, the banking centers, keep your money safe over here. Well, you're only insured up to 250K. But what if the price actually goes down? Well, what do you mean by that, Dean? Well, it's inflation. $100,000 today is not the same as it was 5 years ago. The power of money, the purchasing power is not the same. And the purchasing power with Bitcoin has only been going up slowly but gradually. We had a discussion a little while ago on one of our live streams. Bitcoin. What was the first price of Bitcoin? This guy told me 8 cents. I was like, you're wrong. It wasn't 8 cents. It was a lot less than that. It was actually more than 10 times less than that. But people don't want to believe certain things. But what it was the same as a fraction as it is at HEX right now, where it's, let's say, at a cent or a tenth of a cent, whichever chain you're looking at. People are saying, why can that not happen? Crazy shit can happen when it comes down to crypto. Well, this is all just like a lottery and stuff. No. Every single person that eventually will watch this stream and every single person in society that is somehow active in purchasing at the supermarket and in retail, going to the movies, going out, will be using cryptocurrency in some way or form. Now, will it be already some quantum financial system, or will it just be crypto as we know it, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc.? It will be some form of it. There's not going to be one. Just like we don't have one currency in the whole world, we're going to have many different variations. Stable coins. What are stable coins? They're pegged to $1. That's a conversation most likely for next time, because that's where the government wants to keep their thumb on you. They want to keep their control, and they want the central banking digital currency. They're like, yeah, that's good. That Bitcoin, that crypto, that HEX and all that kind of stuff, that's bad. But stable coins are good from the bank. Bullshit. People don't understand it yet. And people are going to call me like some kind of like lunatic, some kind of like, oh God, you're completely off the rails. Well, it's been proven in the past, and shit's going backwards. So anyways, the question is, the new king of crypto, am I right? Is Sascha right? Are we all right over here in the CMC Crypto Machine crew? Or billion-dollar con man? Are we all con artists? Or are we just loom bugs that at a certain point are going to own half of everything? Well, you decide. I can highly recommend it. $5 to rent the film. I'll play the trailer. You tell me your thoughts, your opinion, and then we go from there.
Okay, we are set for you, Richard. What do you want people to know about you?
I got a big dick. This here is $3.1 million watches. The world's biggest diamond. You don't. I do.
Who is Richard Hart? Genius.
Legendary.
Arrogant.
Bit of a narcissist.
The benevolent king.
$250,000. Hate me. I'm farther than you'll ever be in your whole life.
Who does this guy think he is?
Whatever the governments have been doing, it's not worked out. You've never had worse interest rates. Your money has never been worth less. Everything is getting worse. The only thing that's making it better is cryptocurrency.
It's better than $1. It's better than gold. It's better money.
Crypto is money without governments, and it is money without banks.
You're not going to meet another product like this as long as you live. Yes, every scammer in the world is going to tell you something similar.
Good morning, everyone. Are you ready to look for some fraud this morning?
They are promising 40% annual percentage return.
I want to make people millionaires. Have made thousands of them.
Richard Hart's HEX token is a brilliant scam.
Desperation has a look to it. And when you're looking for just anything, you will fall for anything.
HEX is going to be the new cryptocurrency. We'll take over the market. There isn't anything else out there that's worth the shit.
Everything I have worked for all of my life is staked in HEX.
I put it all in.
All of what?
All over house money.
Why is it important to you?
I want to feel loved. Don't you guys want to feel loved? Everyone wants to feel loved, right? Richard is the Messiah. Savior.
That sounds like a Ponzi scheme.
Yes.
That you're incentivizing people to pull money off the market.
You know what? I think you just described a 401k.
If the music stops,
Yes.
they're sitting on nothing. HEX doesn't make money. That's where I'm so frustrated. What is the value?
Do you want to get rich?
No, I don't think that it's a scam. Because I trust Richard Hart.
It seems like some of this is just a large performance art project. And if ultimately this is all a big performance art project, people are going to get fucked.
I mean, you can fool a couple people, but can you fool that many?
I should trust you.
Listen, I think you should trust me, but if you get into the habit of trusting people like me, you get the crap scammed out of you.
Excitement. A lot of excitement. I think the documentary was really great. I don't want to spoil it. Actually, today was supposed to be somewhat of a review. I will actually do that probably next time, since today is already like so much, all this like extra info. I don't want to hold people too much, but I can only recommend it, and then we can go back and forth about it. It's very exciting for people that are absolutely new to crypto. It's cringe in the beginning. That's the only thing I can say, and it's exactly what people think. But then it changes. Then people start to think of like, well, this actually is a little strange. You're right about that. What has been going on in the world. And when you actually look at the data, when you look at the statistics of gold, of fiat money, and everything that's going on, yeah, it's all not the most positive. Anyways, we have a few more little things that I want to chat about. Our Crypto Machine Crew Twitter page. There's a few things that I always keep from the that I take from news articles, and I post or I repost. And one of the most interesting parts right now that I want to share with y'all, it's our friend over here, Gary Gensler. And Gary Gensler is the head of well, how am I going to say this even? Gary Gensler, head of the SEC, he's basically the guy in charge that's going to say like, well, this ETF is going to be approved by BlackRock and this one isn't. And he's very much anti-crypto and is trying to keep the thumb on all these, let's say, crypto assets. He's trying to like regulate everything and put people out of business. Well, I'm not against it when you're going to take people like Sam Bankman-Fried or FTX and you're going to just like, give them a slap and they're out of here. But CZ from Binance is not a bad dude. But when you can take out one of the biggest exchanges or the guy in charge of it, there's just going to be a replacement. And the replacement is going to be pushed into a way of how the government wants these decentralized or centralized exchanges, rather, to be run. But anyways, here's Gary Gensler and at an MIT class a little while ago.
But the riddle remains. You remember that riddle, how to move money peer-to-peer without a central authority. And that's what I'm asking for next class, Thursday, to actually read. I wouldn't wing it, and I wouldn't be afraid of it. Satoshi Nakamoto wrote a paper that everybody in this class, if you're at MIT and a few of you are at Harvard, I'm telling you, you can read it. You'll understand maybe a half to 2/3 of it. It's not deeply technical. It's only 8 or 9 pages.
This, to me, is one of the funniest things that I honestly have seen. And then comparing it to what's going on today in this world right now with this Gary Gensler guy. He's pushing so hard and so negative and anti this and anti crypto here and there. And here he is trying to promote the Bitcoin white paper. And he seems enthusiastic about it. And you can tell by demeanor of people. He wants to tell the folks, yo, what's going on? We have this new thing called Bitcoin. What is it? Peer-to-peer cash failed. Programmable money failed. Well, then it's now turned into Bitcoin, which is digital gold. That is doing a pretty good job. But what is crazy is that this particular guy, Gary Gensler, is being positive and like innovative about this stuff. And now we have all this hardship. It just shows you how much of a narrative is being pushed in terms of government, in terms of finance, in terms of banking. Why? And people won't understand this yet. But it's literally we the people against the banking system, against everything that is still being held by a tiny little thread. And the only country that is going to be able to completely let go of all this regulation or basically let the dam break of all this pushback, it's right over here. The US&A. They have their fingers, they have their hands in everything that is going on with money, finance, etc., etc. Why can't countries and places like Dubai, for example, or let's say even the East Coast, Miami, why can tax be already so much better than, for example, over here? Why can Dubai be so much more free when it comes down to crypto regulation? Why is it possible over there? These are arguments that I would love to have over here live with people from all over the place. I don't care if you're some kind of like top expert in crypto finance, whatever social engagement, or if you're a newbie and you just want to have a conversation about it, because that is really where people learn the most. That is where we're going to have the best time. So to go back to our Twitter page, I'll come back to this as a little example. Let's see over here. We'll just go back to this. Because it fits the Gary Gensler stuff. The SEC is facing sanctions in a crypto case. We don't know exactly which one. I can find out for y'all. That the lawyers may have lied to a judge to get a temporary restraining order. And we just saw CZ basically being pushed down from the Binance company, one of the biggest exchanges when it comes down to crypto, to purchase your tokens, your coins, etc. You think that the SEC and the government is playing fair? All this stuff is coming out. And honestly, we have to be thankful to places like Twitter, to Reddit, etc. Because you won't hear this shit on MSNBC or Fox News or CNN or anything like that. No. What you're going to hear over there is someone like Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, who has been promoting companies like FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. I can bring the video for you guys if you want. Like, well, my money is safe over there. And then boom, it collapsed. It crashed. They bought shit with customer funds, houses, cars, boats, everything. And this guy, Mr. Wonderful, is one of the, I can't call him a scam artist because I'm pretty sure he does proper business. You don't become a millionaire, a billionaire, a successful business person without knowing some things, that you're doing that is right. However, this gray zone in the cryptocurrency industry, people are just wanting to fill their pockets. The guy gets sponsored, and it takes people that are honest, that are true DeFi promoters, let's say, or supporters rather, to go against a dude like this. Because now he's hopping on a different train. Abu Dhabi is going to have their exchange, their crypto exchange called M2. And this exchange, this got just released a little while ago. And it's another centralized exchange, just like many others. But people are picking up on it already. M2. Did Mr. Wonderful Kevin O'Leary endorse the next FTX? Kevin O'Leary, a TV personality and self-described Mr. Wonderful, has decided to endorse a new cryptocurrency exchange called M2. Well, let me tell you guys something. When you're promoting an exchange, you don't care about crypto. There's zero care about caring about the people. The only thing you want is to make sure that your stock goes up. Is whatever you're doing, that the fees that people are paying to buy goes to you. It's just filling up your own bags. And because he has some kind of following, he has a presence in social media, in the industry, Shark Tank, etc. And it's only because of people like that that shit is going south and people are trusting the wrong people. Because an exchange, it has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. Neither if it's Coinbase, neither if it's Binance, neither if it's this new M2, just like many others. These exchanges, it's a correct name. It's just to exchange fiat, your dollar or your euro, into the form of crypto. But the mistake that a lot of people make is they think that's where they hold it safe. No, you don't. In fact, when you click purchase and you have your few Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything in your Coinbase wallet, you do not own it. Well, what do you mean, Dean? Well, you don't own it. The exchange owns it. So if anything goes down, it's gone. It's gone. Maybe you have some sort of insurance from the company. Maybe there's some sort of way to get some part back. But we've seen hacks before. Many times over. In another stream, we can list them. We can go over all of that. But exchanges, it's just another FTX. And maybe it's just going to be another donation scheme for some political parties. Don't care if it's left or right or anything like that. But we saw FTX was the second biggest donor to the Democratic Party. Why? Suddenly, out of nowhere, it becomes one of the most successful exchanges, Sam Bankman-Fried. But if you go back and you look at his girlfriend and you look at the dad of this girlfriend and you look what he did, he put Gary Gensler in this position where he is right now. So then you start asking questions. How deep does this rabbit hole go? How much control do the people want to limit you of your freedom, etc.? But we'll see where it's going to go. I'm very curious. I think we're going to talk about true DeFi in the next chat or so, how to work on the blockchain, because this is another story. I mean, we can do this for hours. What is blockchain? It's an online Excel sheet, digital ledger. Do you ever own anything actually? No, you don't. You actually never own crypto, and you also never will, because that's how it's designed. Can you interact with it as you have a wallet, as if you would be buying separate tokens or a fraction of a token? Yes, you can. But this is only because it's designed that way. But the blockchain holds everything. There's nothing being transferred on your phone, on your computer. There's no software coming there. Everything is accessible with a particular seed phrase. These 12 words or 24 words with another cold storage device, that is exactly what's going to save you. Oh, Junge, Sascha, bist auch da. Geil. Jetzt habe ich wieder einen Hänger. Jetzt habe ich es wieder ganz verloren. Guys, I think that we'll do a particular stream where we go a little bit further into everything that has to do with blockchain. People are always asking me, and this is exactly why why I did the stream today. Dean, how do I create a wallet? Dean, how do I purchase crypto? Actually, it's really funny. Sascha and I were sitting outside at the gym the other day, and there was a few people that, we started talking about crypto, and, we always try to keep it a little bit more on the down low. So people are like, oh, yeah, you're in this crypto thing, and we're like NFTs and stuff. And I have a big mouth. I right away say, well, NFTs are garbage. It's never going to be anything. It's going to be the same thing as like this like wannabe metaverse, and that's all not going to go anywhere. There's going to be something new created, and people are just going to try to find an opportunity to steal from other people, opportunists. But what we're doing, we're just trying to give the people something, and they have to do their research. People are upset when you tell them the wrong thing, or some coin is not going to go up. Well, tell us which token. That's not what we're here for. You got to do your own research. You got to do and put the own effort into it. You got to read just like we did it. I had no idea what I was doing 6-7 years ago. 2016, I think, was the first, or 15. I don't remember. When I bought Bitcoin, I saw it go past 7. My average buy-in was maybe like 5K or something like that. I saw it go up to 20. It went down to 3. I bought more. I went completely insane. I believed in it. I understood it a little bit more and more and more. I was like, this thing is going to be the biggest thing ever. The real story is Dean didn't make it to the workout that day, and I just came afterwards to have a chat. Yes, I came after to have the chat because crypto is fucking important. But the arm is still here. Oh, this is so funny. But this is exactly what needs to happen. People are too curious. If I would show you my DMs and how penetrating certain people are, even when I went to a dinner or something like that, there's a story where I'm not going to call any names, but, to be honest, I don't even give a fuck if people get upset about it. A couple of years ago, in the height of everything that was going on with Bitcoin and HEX and all this kind of fun stuff, suddenly my wife and I were going to a dinner, and I'll try to make a long story short. And suddenly some other friends show up. Oh, yeah, hey, what a coincidence. Yeah, this is a new place, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, the chat started to happen with like, oh, yeah, crypto and this and that, and that's all they wanted to know. Listen, call me, text me. We'll do a chat. We'll do a conversation. I'll tell you how and what. But at a certain point, when people are trying to tell me how the fucking world works, when it comes down to crypto, well, I shorted and stuff like that and this and here and there. I was like, brother, you don't even know how to purchase 1 Bitcoin. You don't even know how to go on the MetaMask, what a wallet is. What I'm like, how do you short your Bitcoin? You have no idea how to go about it. And that's the problem with people. The honesty is missing. When you don't know some things, just say it. Be straightforward. Listen. Just listen and take up all the information and try stuff out. What else? I'll just go over a few parts. I think Michael Saylor is a great example over here. Wait. Oops. There we go. Now I got it. People are like, oh my God, Michael Saylor is just going to go and ruin everything. Well, the guy right now is actually in a very, very big plus. He was using a dollar cost average technique when, let's say, Bitcoin was at 15K, when it was at 40K. He was buying higher than it is actually right now. It doesn't matter. It's all about accumulation. And it's the same story when it comes down to HEX, and it's the same story when it comes down to Pulsechain. Yes, people are upset right now. What is Pulsechain? It's a hard fork of Ethereum. And we'll get to that some other time again. But I think it's one of those things that people don't understand when it comes down to crypto. You won't get rich tomorrow when you buy today. First, you're going to have to go through all this fucking garbage, through this shit time. And then eventually, you're going to look back at your wallet and it's like, oh shit, this is actually really fucking cool. He's doing great. He got the most shit for it. People were laughing at him. He's like MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. I don't know which year it was, but I think 2018 or 2020. It says it right here. Before 2020, the guy didn't own anything. when it comes down to crypto, or before 2018. I think he had actually some. That's not a whole 100% correct. He was dabbling his feet in 2019 already, because that's when we had a little run up. It's not too late to get into crypto. But if you're being greedy and you just want to get some info from today to tomorrow, you lost. You lost heavily. That's it. Call it a day. Get out. It's not for you. You have not earned it. You don't deserve it then. Be patient. Surround yourself with good people that know a little bit more about all of it than you, because it's a communal effort. That's why we over here with Sascha, with the Crypto Machine crew, that's why all of this is going so well and forward. And it's not about promoting some kind of new shit token that comes out of the ground one day and, you know, does a pump of like 1,000x. Listen, guys, there's no liquidity to take out your millions at a certain point. That is also part of it. It's all going to go in stages. And the only one in crypto who's usually going to win, it's the founder and the holder. But the guys that are trading, no, that's not happening. It's not happening. And it's been the case like that for many, many years now. Last little part before I close off the chat. I can't believe it's already going on so long. It's flying by. But a little bit about Pulsechain, because this is a very good sentence over here. We'll do a chat with Crypto Coffee. This girl, Case of Crypto, she reposted it. But it's also all about fees. Yeah, with Bitcoin, we have this like Lightning Network and the fees come down and stuff like that. But it's all about transaction. People want to move their money, obviously. Yeah, if it's worth a little bit more, their assets, their value, whatever. Then we have something called Ethereum. Ethereum is a blockchain as well, and you can have it with smart contracts, which is, for example, HEX. Yeah, you can build upon this technology on this chain. Anyways, long story short, there's gas fees involved to make a swap, to make a transaction, etc. But all these fees have been going crazy in the last couple of years. Now they came down because the sentiment is also a little bit down, the transaction volume, etc., etc. But the fees will go up. They don't go up parallel to, let's say, the value of Ethereum. When it's about $2,000 right now, that doesn't mean that when it's at $4,000 that the gas fees are double. No, the gas fees can double tomorrow. The gas fees can double or can go tenfold in 2 months, in 3 months. It has to do with the network. It has to do with how congested the network is, the throughput, etc. And that's why we have something called Pulsechain. Pulsechain is a hard fork. Pulsechain is pretty fucking cool. I can't say it any other way. I'll go more into details about it in a little while, and I'll explain you everything, because we're going to need a separate chat for everything, I notice. Pulsechain is definitely going to be a big helper for everyone that is working on Ethereum. It's not an Ethereum killer. Pulsechain is not the Ethereum killer. And that's where a lot of people make a huge mistake. You have all these other chains, Solana, Cardano, etc., and they're going to exist. They're great, but they're not the Ethereum killer. You need something to help the throughput. You need to get this freeway less congested. So you build another freeway that's exactly the same with the exact code that you can copy. But you know what? This toll road over here is going to be a whole lot cheaper. So why wouldn't you transact over here? It's inevitable that Pulsechain is going to succeed. There's really no other way to say anything about that. I think that's the next layer one. And once the bull market really takes off for most altcoins, what is an altcoin? Everything else, then the Bitcoin, an alternative coin. I think that Pulsechain is definitely going to have a massive success, just as HEX probably on Pulsechain and PulseX as well. PulseX is the decentralized exchange on Pulsechain. It's pretty much a copy of Uniswap with a few different utilities, but we'll go into that with people who have more interest in all those things. Guys, I think it was really good. It was really positive. I enjoyed it. If there's anything, right below here in the description, there's all kinds of links There's all kinds of suggestions where you can find info. If it's from the website, I'll go over it real quick. Particular important links. You have the highest of stakes documentary at the top. You have the token addresses. When people are trying to mess around with inputting a new token, etc., check it again, check it on all the official channels on the websites and so forth. Check out the YouTube from Sascha every Friday. At a certain point, you can probably use an AI or the YouTube translator. This might be very interesting for you because we go a little bit deeper into everything that's happening every week. Check out our event, our first Stuttgart meet and greet event. It was super, super successful. The rest of the links are still going to be added. And here we have some crypto links. We have Coinbase, where you can purchase your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, and then you can send it somewhere else. These are your fiat on-ramps and off-ramps. MetaMask is your decentralized wallet. Coin Paprika is one of the more subtle market cap websites. Pulsechain, the official link of the Pulsechain network, the official hex.com website, the official pulsex.com website, and then we have Hedron, which you can connect your wallet to, but these are all peripherals for another time. Guys, thank you so much. If there's anything in particular, leave a comment below. Smash the like button. And maybe we'll do this on a weekly, bi-weekly, once a month kind of basis. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see how the response is going to be. But the big goal is to just like have people understand all this kind of stuff when it comes down to cryptocurrency, where the world is going to, because we're moving at such a fast pace. It's insane. It's ridiculous. And I have a feeling it's all going to get a whole lot more positive, but we're going to have to go through a, whatever you want to call it, a hard winter or anything like that. It's inevitable that cryptocurrency will be part of our lives one way or another. Happy weekend. Stay positive. Enjoy. Bye.